Okay, so yeah, mine instantly goes blank every time I hit the fucking record button. Okay, so basically, I wrote some bullet points down here. The topic I want to talk about today is communication and kind of, yeah, just communication in general, I guess. More specifically, real communication and like actually talking with another person and trying to convey what you're thinking in a way that is clear and convincing to another person, as opposed to kind of just explaining your thoughts, which I will get it a little bit into later, but first I have some other things I want to touch on, I guess. So first of all, I'm going to start a channel to put all these vlogs on so that I don't have to put them unlisted on my other channel, which people can kind of identify me from. Or, you know, basically, I used the channel for other things in the past, and I don't really want to put my vlogs up on there. So I'll put them up on a new channel, and I will have them not unlisted, and yeah. I don't think anyone will ever find them. That's totally okay. I kind of just want them there as like proof and like a backlog, basically. Okay, what else? I've been doing my Tatraka candle meditation, and that's been going pretty well. I stared at it for quite a while this morning, and then I saw a little candle flame in my head, which is actually something I didn't really mention before, but yeah. So it's not only just staring at something, it's that afterwards you can close your eyes and then you can actually visualize it in your mind, or like, you know, it leaves a visual imprint. And part of the practice is being able to easier access that visual imprint or whatever and keep it in focus. Because if you try too hard to focus on it, it kind of disappears. So it's like, yeah, it's an interesting thing. And it's something that I feel like I'm interested in doing and more motivated to do, because it's something that is just very easy to, for me at least, it just kind of clicks easier. It's like there's something to actually kind of like do and get better at. And so I'm kind of interested in that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so Rochelle was giving me some points, and I'm going to, I looked into bullet journaling. I'm going to set it up after I record this video. I just wanted to get this video up because I'm going to be leaving soon, and I wanted to make sure I get something done like every day. So, yep. And so I'm going to set it up after I record this video, and I'm going to think about what I want to put in it. And so, yeah, I need more. I'm just looking over my notes here, which I realized I really need for these videos, or else I'm going to just get totally off topic. So I think this is good, and I think this is a good way to kind of develop TE, because I don't know, or like it's at least it's a good way to develop the things that I want to, which is like staying on task and thinking about one topic and kind of making progress on a topic as opposed to just going. So yeah. So I need smaller and more achievable, less generalized goals. So, you know, I said if I'm going to do bullet journaling, which I think I should, because it's good for like getting shit done, basically. So I need, so like for example, my a goal I had was to get better at voltology and reading voltological signals, and that's a very vague, generalized goal. So I need to break that down, basically. So, you know, maybe one day I will learn about NE signals, and then another day I'll learn about SE signals, and then another day I'll learn about FE signals, TE signals. That's just like an example. I don't know exactly how I'm going to space it out. And honestly, I don't really like limiting the amount of learning that I do at a time. So I'll just kind of think about, you know, I'll basically break it down. Like, you know how there's chapters or units in courses? I'll basically break it down like that. And there's also like the Voltology course or whatever. I honestly haven't looked at it at all. Most of my Voltology experience and knowledge basically comes from back whenever I was interested in it in 2013, 2014 and practiced it then. And I know that some of that is like outdated now. And also just from watching people talk in the typology channel, basically. So like I actually really just haven't looked into it at all. So I'm kind of excited for that because I think I'll get a lot better at it. And also, Voltology, I also like this as an idea because, or like as a good practice for me because it actually just kind of forces me to sit down and look at a video and actually like categorize and think about shit, which is like concentrated effort. And that's a lot more like concentrated and dedicated effort than I put into pretty much anything these days. So I'm kind of, I think it'll be a really good thing for me to get into to help me grow my TE or my focusing ability or conscientiousness or whatever the fuck it is, or all three perhaps. Okay, so the goal or the topic of today was communication. So I realized watching my vlogs that I'm really fucking bad at getting a point across in a way that's like convincing. You watch these speakers and stuff like that, and they're like talking with so much emotion and wow and oh my god and you get this, like oh my ugh. I don't fucking know how to describe it. Me, I kind of just sit here and I'm in my head, and I'll make the occasional gesture or something, and that's just natural for me, but it's not really a lot. Also, my voice is pretty monotone, I've kind of come to realize, and that's not really good for getting points across. Maybe I'm being like overly critical of myself or something, but I feel like it's definitely something I can get better at. Yeah, I don't know if it's just in vlogs that I do this or if it's in like all communication. So I guess I could use some videos record myself talking with other people, and then possibly we'd see more kind of emotional communication going on, or better ability to convey things. But I think it is a skill in its own right that I should be trying to cultivate within myself, and I shouldn't need somebody else or some kind of external stimuli in order to be able to communicate my thoughts well. So this is also a skill that I guess I'm looking to kind of develop over time. I don't think I'm doing a very good job at developing it right now because I'm basically just speaking any words that come to my brain. I'm just kind of a living embodiment of the any brain that I have. So, yep, the NEFI brain. So, I don't know. That's something that I've looked to get better at, and I don't know if that's going to come with TE or if it's just going to come separately. But it's something that I think I should get better at because, quite frankly, I fucking suck at it, and I would like to be less boring to watch, basically. Because I can articulate at a reasonable speed, and I can say, I'll probably be saying all the same shit, right? More or less, maybe it'll be more structured. But what I'm saying is that, like, the way I talk, or the way I generate my thoughts and everything, it's, I think maybe this has come about because a lot of the way I talk is, through text and voice. Maybe there's no merit to this idea, I don't know. And so I actually personally feel like I have a decent amount of like intonation in my voice, but I understand that on camera it's not really coming through, and it's definitely possible that I just don't have much. It's possible. I'm not the most expressive person, Even though I personally, I used to be extremely inexpressive. I only had one face, and it was this. It was like, and that was it. And if I talked, it's just like this. You never know what I'm feeling, because surely I'm just not feeling like this all the time. But you'd never know. And so I've gotten better at that over time. But even then, I'm still not like terribly expressive, I guess. So it's something, I guess, that's always been a bit of a conscious thing for me, right? Like I have to work on it. And I would, yeah, so if my voice is kind of monotone, then it is what it is. So I don't know I don't know if these things are only isolated to vlogging, and just when I have a camera on by myself and I'm just talking and I'm just kind of stream of consciousnessing, or if this is something that's just always present. I don't know. But in either case, I would like to get better at articulating in vlogs, so yep. Right. Yeah, so part of the problem I think here is that sometimes my brain goes too fast as well. And so whatever I was touching on before is basically, so last video I touched on the idea that I kind of just try to get my thoughts out there as fast as I can, as opposed to actually like conveying a message. And whenever my brain is working very fast, I talk just hyperspeed. And the thing is, if I don't talk hyperspeed, my brain will go a bit blank. I will lose the ideas because it's probably just jumping around too much. And so again, I need to hold a thought in my brain to make this better. Central theme here, big takeaway I think for me. And so yeah, that's pretty much that. So yeah, if I don't get the thought out, I'll basically lose it probably. So that's like not good. And that's something that I also want to get better at, or better with, and navigate around better. Keeping my attention on the thing that I want to say, basically, instead of like having it wander somewhere. Right, so is this all I had to say? I think this is pretty much all I had to say. And now in an exercise of conscientiousness and willpower, well, not really willpower, but an exercise of stopping myself and not aimlessly going on without a goal, I will cut the video at only 13 minutes. Okay, goodbye.